All in Sports Network. We love sports.
It is Friday, August 22nd, and college football season is here. Jake, by the time this episode releases, we're 24 hours away from kickoff to week 0. And less than a day away means football season is here. It is back. Official holiday season for anyone who loves college football. It's like Christmas morning. Like, I'm the most giddy person I could possibly be. Super excited. Jake and I going to go over every week 0 game that we've got on the slate, which is 5 games. 5 games for you here, week 0. We've got over-unders. We've got spreads. We've got money lines. We're going to give them all to you right here. Now, are we going to give you a huge breakdown of the Hawaii-Stanford game? I probably couldn't name you one player on either one of those two teams, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to give you our blind prediction on all of the games happening, and it's week 0. So come celebrate with us. Grab a beer, sit back and relax. Don't work today. Like, be at work, but don't exhaust yourself. It's a holiday, and get ready to wake up tomorrow morning to the crisp sounds of college game day, brought to you by Home Depot. And you've got Pat McAfee and the boys with Nick Saban, and he's just doing whatever chant he found from Iowa State or K-State. I don't know any of the chants that they do there, but you sip your first sip of coffee in the morning while it's a nice breeze in the morning, and you're just watching college game day. And it's a beautiful Saturday, and the only way to spend a Saturday.
Yeah, it finally feels real. It didn't feel real, and then all of a sudden it snuck up, and it's like, wait, next week is Texas game week.
Yeah.
And then the nerves kind of hit of that. And I
got legitimately, like, I was driving to work the other day, and I thought to myself, I was like, wait a second, we are within a week, essentially. We're almost 7 days in of Texas, Ohio State, and I got butterflies in my stomach, legit butterflies, like nerves for like 5 minutes of like, I'm giddy. I've got goosebumps, got a little rumbly in my tumbly of butterflies. And I feel like a little schoolgirl all over again.
No, it is the most exciting time of the year, is just getting the hype for the football season, and then the satisfaction when you hit week 1. Normally week 0 is a big just teaser. I feel like this week 0 is a little stronger than some of the previous years, and I'm pretty excited about these games. And so, yeah, I'm just ready to get it started. I'm ready to see some real football this weekend. I know we've had preseason going on in the NFL. That gets old by week 2.
I'm out on preseason.
Yeah, we're only watching it for the All In Cowboys podcast at this point, trying to see some Quinn Ewers snaps or
description.
See some of the
link is in the description to the All In Cowboys. If you want to listen to us talk about Cowboys, then click on that link and subscribe.
And so I'm ready to see some football played that has more meaning to it, and especially, what a great way to start out. K-State, Iowa State in Dublin. I kind of like the Dublin game. It's one of the few neutral site games that I kind of like, just because it's cool. It's just being in Dublin, Ireland, seeing the beer snakes, the crazy shenanigans that goes on. As a fan, if my team's going to play a neutral site game that isn't, the Red River rivalry for Texas, I would love to have a reason to travel to Dublin to go to a game.
It was also really cool when it was, I think, what was it, Notre Dame and Northwestern, or when Notre Dame played there.
I feel like Notre Dame, it should be their annual game.
It should be an annual Notre Dame game to kick off week 0. And it just seems like, since they're independent, they could probably do that, I would think.
I would imagine K-State and Iowa State aren't happy that this game is week 1 and
it's a conference game.
Not only that, this is a big major Big 12 implications game.
Yeah.
Just right to start things off, which is great for us.
It's great for us fans that don't have to travel or play in Dublin, Ireland, but it is going to be crazy when you and I are looking back week 15 around conference championship week, and we have to resort back all the way to week 0, and the results of this game having an impact on who's playing in that Big 12 championship game, because it will.
It's very possible, because these are two teams that are favorites to be right up there at the top of the conference. They're both ranked teams, and there's only a handful of ranked teams out of the Big 12. So it's a big time game. And I am excited to see it played. I don't really have a great feel on who's going to win this game either going into it, just because, Iowa State is Rocco Beck coming back. They started the year so hot last year, but then they kind of fell off and kind of what to expect from this game. Just when K-State, obviously, Avery Johnson, can he kind of improve? I don't think he was as good last year as a lot of people were kind of expecting him to be. Can he kind of take a step forward this year and kind of bring K-State to the level that you would expect from them? K-State lost this game last year at Iowa State. It was week 2, so they played very early last year as well. That was at Iowa State, 29-21. And so can K-State kind of avenge that loss?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Kansas State is a 3-point favorite over Iowa State. I kind of like that line, to be honest with you. I think, and then the over-under 49.5. I feel like that's pretty fair for it to be, a Big 12 game with two teams that are probably actually more defensive based than anybody else in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, though you do have two kind of hyped up quarterbacks going into it with Rocco Becht and Avery Johnson.
Sure.
And so I'm very interested to see how that kind of works out. Rocco Becht kind of really tanked towards the end of the season, ended up with under a 60% completion percentage last year. And so, on paper, I kind of like the under, but at the same time, I'm not a madman. I don't bet really many over unders in a week 1, week 0 type deal because it is just.
You're asking for trouble because you don't know who these teams are.
Yeah, and I know I'm going to bet some of the lines, so you got to pick and choose early on, and so.
NFL, you kind of have an idea of what the teams are going to be like.
You have a better idea because there's not the cycle that is, called football with, you're gone in 3 to 4 years, 5 if you redshirt, or 20 if you were around during COVID. But yeah,
or if you're the Miami tight end,
I don't know which way you're leaning on kind of with this line. I think I haven't placed the bet yet on this. I'm going to. But I think I probably lean towards betting K-State to cover just because I trust the program a little bit more than Iowa State. Iowa State is very much a mixed bag to open seasons. Sometimes they start out really hot. Sometimes they lose to Northern Iowa at home. Which Iowa State's going to show out early in the season? Is Rocco Becht from early in the season going to show up or kind of later in the season where he was hit and miss?
Yeah, I like K-State in this one, Jake, and I like them to cover the 3-point spread as well. I would over under. It's tough. You're looking at 50 points, so you're looking at a 20 to 23 game if you want to bet the under. For K-State, I could see it being exactly that. I could see it being K-State wins 23-20, something weird. So I'm going to go with along that. I'm probably going to take the under if I had to bet the under. I'm not going to bet the over under in this game, but if I did, I would bet the under. And I like K-State in this one. Again, like you said, just I know what I'm getting out of K-State on a year-to-year, program-to-program basis, regardless of who their roster is made out of. Iowa State, I don't always know. Sometimes they've got really good teams. Then they go through with really good teams, really bad stretches of football for 2 to 3 weeks, and you don't know when those 2 to 3 weeks are going to happen. So I just think for a week 0, knowing nothing about these two programs going into this year, I've got K-State. So next game, Jake, Idaho State at UNLV. UNLV 24.5 point favorites, over under at 64.5. Here's my thing. I'm betting the over simply because I think UNLV is capable of putting up 64.5 points themselves.
The go offense. Yeah, I love UNL. I'll probably bet that UNLV line. I don't know if I'll bet the over under just because I could see that being a 56-3 game. Then you're really upset the over didn't hit.
Yeah.
I hate betting overs in these types of games because typically it
takes two teams to score, and they may.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I think UNLV wins this game running away. They're one of the favorites to, be that G5 team that makes the playoffs.
They're my favorite.
And I think they are pretty consistent at right now with this go-go offense of just lighting up bad defenses. And I think they will do that.
I think we've gotten to a point with this UNLV offense and this coaching staff and this scheme of we now know what to expect against inferior opponents against UNLV, and it's going to be a blowout.
Yeah,
the only time they're going to be contested is against an opponent that's just, like an SEC team or something like that, or a Big Ten team, or it's going to be like a Boise State who can hang with them and rock with them within their own conference. But yeah, I'm the same way with UNLV, Jake. I'm big on the Rebels this year. Let's go with Fresno State and KU. That's a game that you and I are actually really looking forward to. Fresno State at Kansas. Kansas 13-point favorites. I think I'm taking Fresno State on that spread, man. I think Fresno State covers.
Fresno's just been so bad for a while, but at the same time, KU's not started years well.
Yeah.
I mean, they struggled last year against Linwood. Yeah, that's all you need to say.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what to expect from KU this year. I probably won't bet this game, to be honest, just because Fresno was okay last year. Ironically, they ended up losing to Northern Illinois in their bowl game, Northern Illinois in double overtime, who Northern Illinois, we all know, beat a team who went to national championship last year. But yeah, I think KU, I'm pretty sure this is at their stadium and it's kind of partially done. I don't know. It's not fully done, but it's partially
I think
done.
It is mostly done. And yes, it is because I checked that with this game, and yes, it is being played at KU.
So you have to imagine they're going to have a pretty good environment for this game, just kind of debuting the stadium, or at least most of it, because I know it's not fully done. And I will say, if I'm going to bet something on this game, I think I'll bet the over.
Yeah, I think, not that I'm not going to lie to everybody and say that I know so much about what Fresno State is offensively or what they're going to be. I think Kansas is going to be. I think they have to be a better team. I like the coaching staff there. I like what they've got. They've got a 3-year starter in Jalen Daniels. He should be healthy and playing similar football to what he did last year. I think Fresno State's going to keep this a close game, though. I don't see this game being ran away with by Kansas. I think it's going to be a relatively close game. I think Fresno State covers 50.5. I think I'm going to take the over with you, Jake. I think I'll jump on that over with you.
Yeah, I really like the over in this game. I don't like the line.
I could see this game being like a 32-28, something along those lines.
Yeah, I could even see it being 34-30, 34-31, something like that. If KU wins in a blowout, I think it'd be something like 42-20. So sure. I don't see this game being low scoring. So
I don't see a point where Fresno State doesn't score over like 20 points against Kansas defense.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, other than being excited to see Justice Finkley play, I don't expect much from KU's defense. So I probably won't bet the line just because I really have no idea what to expect from either of these teams. But I do like the over.
Sam Houston at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky 10-point favorites over Sam Houston State, who will be playing Texas. So if you're listening and you're like, Sam Houston State 10-point dogs against Western Kentucky on the road, I wonder what that line against Texas is going to look like. That tells you everything you need to know. Over under set at 60.5. I think Western Kentucky outright at home. I think Western Kentucky's got this one.
Yeah, I don't think Sam Houston's going to be a very good team this year.
They used to be kind of a powerhouse in the FCS. They had a couple
won a
years,
national championship, or consistently competing for them. Still kind of getting going in FBS. It takes a little time to get the program going when you make that jump. Yeah, I'm not real high on Sam Houston this year. I actually have read a little bit on them just because they're on Texas's schedule. And so yeah, I do like Western Kentucky to cover in this. I will probably sprinkle a little bit of money on this.
And then the last game of the night, and Jake, it's actually our time, I think 6:30 kickoff, so it'll be like noon in Hawaii. But Stanford at Hawaii, and this might be the only time you see this. Hawaii favored by 2.5 points over the Stanford Cardinals.
Stanford's football program is just in the dumps right now. I mean, let's not forget they just fired their coach like during the offseason.
Yeah.
I mean,
not that long ago. And they brought in,
I think it was after spring ball.
Andrew Luck is something about player personnel or something. Mentor.
He's the GM, essentially.
Okay. He's the GM. Okay.
And yeah, so I mean, that tells you Stanford is probably not going to be favored to win a single game on their schedule. This might be their only chance to get a win if you look at their schedule as well, because they play at BYU for another one of their non-conference games. San Jose State would be a game where maybe they can get a win. I don't see Stanford being good, but I don't know anything about Hawaii. I'm not touching this game. I'm going to watch it because I'm a sicko.
Yeah.
But I won't be betting this game. If I pick a winner, I'm going to go the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors because why not?
If Hawaii's favored, I'm going to pick them.
I say I'm not going to bet it, but then I'm going to get really into it in the day. And
No,
then I'll be like, well, I got to have a little something.
You'll live bet it in the second half. You'll see you'll get a feel for it.
Yeah, that's probably what will happen with a lot of these games is after the first half, I'll be like, I know everything about these
I know everything I need to know about these teams. Yeah.
And then get all my second half live bets wrong.
Yeah. And live betting is where you're supposed to make your money, but that's just what happens. But all right, Jake,
I think you're smart.
That's if you're smart. Yeah. And it happens more. I guess it works more so like basketball or whatever. But hey, we've got a ranked game, Iowa State, K-State, week 0 at noon. It's nice that game's at noon, by the way. I like the fact that it's just first thing. I don't have to wait until 6 o'clock on week 0 and have to watch Sam Houston State and Western Kentucky while I wait for Iowa State, K-State. I get to wake up and watch Iowa State, K-State.
Yeah, and then you just get to kind of enjoy watching, kind of just some random teams after that. But you get your first touch of football is going to be a really big matchup, which is awesome.
I'll still be drinking coffee for that Iowa State, K-State game, which is nice to think about. All right, that's going to do it for today's episode. I'm Tanner Carlson. That's Jake Jimerson. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, it's college football season, and we're here. Hook 'em.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.